I love revenge and I don't like. Aryna Sabalenka up for Battle of the Sexes rematch. Aryna Sabalenka expressed her desire for a rematch against Nick Kyrgios as she seeks to exact revenge on the Australian following their recent Battle of the Sexes encounter. Kyrgios got the better of Sabalenka 6-3, 6-3 in a widely publicized match in Dubai last Sunday, with modified rules that sparked debate among fans. In the match, Sabalenka's side of the court was reduced in size by 9% to limit Kyrgios' power and speed advantage, and each player was allowed only one serve. I think I would definitely do it again. I love revenge and I don't like to leave it the way it is, she said. Although eager to face Kyrgios again, Sabalenka stated she would want a full court and 2 serves. I think for the next match we will come up with a different format, she said. Before the match, I didn't realize I would have to adjust and it was a bit tricky for me. I think I would keep the full court but take 2 serves. That would even our level a lot more. Fire. I love revenge and I don't like. A creative exploration of Aryna Sabalenka, rivalry, and the Battle of the Sexes rematch. There are few phrases in sport as electrifying, or as personally revealing, as I love revenge. When World No. 1 Aryna Sabalenka said those words after losing the recent Battle of the Sexes exhibition to Nick Kyrgios, she didn't just speak as an athlete. She spoke as a human being wrapped in the timeless drama of competition. The Indian Express. In tennis, as in life, we are often faced with moments that don't go our way. Some moments are quiet defeats, a lost point, an early tournament exit. Others are moments that stir us, shaking open the deep emotional chambers of pride, passion, and persistence. The match in Dubai was one such moment for Sabalenka. Tennis, the match that sparked a statement. On December 28, 2025, a tennis spectacle unfolded in Dubai that revived an iconic concept: men versus women on a tennis court under the banner Battle of the Sexes. But this was not merely a rerun of history, it was something weirdly modern, creative, and controversial. Reuters. Sabalenka, the Belarusian-born star and world number 1 in women's tennis, faced Australian Nick Kyrgios, a showman, a powerful player, a figure known as much for his unpredictability as his talent. In a contest with modified rules, a smaller court on Sabalenka's side and just 1 serve for each player, Kyrgios won 6-3, 6-3. So, from a traditional perspective, it would be easy to write the result off as another quirky exhibition. But Sabalenka's reaction transformed it into narrative fuel for something bigger. I love revenge and I don't like to leave it the way it is. The Indian Express. Those words echo beyond the baseline. Fire. What revenge really means in sport. At first glance, revenge might sound emotional, almost personal. But in elite sports, it often stands for something deeper: the refusal to accept a defeat as definitive, the drive to improve, to refine one's strategy, to use yesterday's loss as tomorrow's blueprint for success. Sabalenka's statement was not about vindictiveness. It was about unfinished business. It wasn't, I hate losing. It was, I won't leave it like this. Her words aren't visceral petty anger. They are a blueprint for growth. That is precisely why her statement resonates. Every athlete, from a street basketball player to a Grand Slam champion, has felt that sting, that itch to do it again and do it better. Tornado. Let's imagine her mindset. Imagine the scene behind the lines, beyond the crowds. Sabalenka sits in a quiet locker room, heart still racing, hands still tense from the final rally. She knows she has lost, but she is already replaying every point in her head. The key serve she wished she had seized. The backhand that drifted wide. The moment she hesitated instead of attacking. For her, the match wasn't just a loss on paper. It became a collection of lessons ready to be dissected, understood, and re-engineered. This is why her call for a rematch isn't just ego, it's strategy. And in sport, that strategy often transforms revenge into reinvention. Sparkles. Sabalenka's vision for round 2. What sets Sabalenka apart isn't simply her fiery words, it's her vision for what comes next. She hasn't called for another match just for the spectacle, she's demanded one with different conditions. A full-sized court and standard 2 serves, adjustments that would make the competition cleaner and more reflective of true playing skill. TennisUpToDate.com. This is not about altering results with gimmicks. It's about restoring balance to the competition, giving both players a fair shot. In essence, she is saying, if we're going to do this again, let's do it right. That statement, too, speaks volumes about who she is as a competitor, someone who blends passion with precision. Boxing glove, not just rivalry, a story unfolding. Sports is storytelling. There are protagonists and antagonists, but in the best stories, there are characters whose pursuit of excellence elevates the plot. Here, Sabalenka is both hero and architect of the narrative. This isn't a one-and-done chapter. It is a building storyline, a rivalry that transcends a single moment and speaks to universal themes. Ambition, redemption, transformation. These themes close doors only to open larger ones. That's why, whether she ultimately wins a rematch or not, her ambition enriches the sport's narrative. It inspires even casual watchers to root not just for victory, but for the journey back toward it. Globe showing Europe-Africa what it says about women in sport. Of course, there's another layer to the story, the historical and cultural weight of the battle of the sexes concept itself. The original 1973 match between Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs was loaded with context, a struggle for equality and respect in a sport where women fought for recognition and fair pay. Sabalenka's match, and her desire to revisit it, sits in the shadow of that legacy. NDTV Sports. Some critics called the Dubai match gimmicky or trivial. Others worried it diluted the meaning of the original battle. But Sabalenka sees something different. She sees an opportunity to challenge expectations, to engage audiences, and to push herself. In saying, "I love revenge," she reframes the narrative, not as gender warfare, but as athletic evolution. It's not man versus woman. It's not tradition versus innovation. It's individual will against limitation, and that resonates everywhere. Flexed biceps redefining what loss means. The story Sabalenka is writing now is about something profound, not just beating Kyrgios in a rematch, but embracing failure as a teacher. Athletes often say, "I learn more from losses than wins." But few embody that truth with as much appetite as Sabalenka. Her call for revenge is not vengeance. It is a thirst for mastery. And mastery, in any field, isn't linear. It's circular. You lose, you analyze, you refine, you try again. In chasing revenge, she isn't hoping to erase the past. She's promising to rewrite the future. Pushpin what comes next? Sabalenka heads into 2026 with more than just tennis matches ahead. She carries a personal challenge, a narrative arc, and a calling card, unfinished business. Her next steps, whether a rematch with Kyrgios or a deeper dive into the WTA Tour, carry the weight of her words. And in that, she offers something for everyone who has ever lost and hoped for another chance. Even when the score doesn't go our way, the story is never over.